Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this Black Tapes episode. I got one of the tapestries in that I ordered. This one will probably be a regular one for Black Tapes because I think it's appropriate. And I like it. It's kind of gruesome and a little macabre, but you know, Black Tapes is strange. So, let's get into it.
Okay, no, I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'm sorry, I guess I didn't have as much time as I thought. Maybe your producer can call back next week.
The phone call with Strand's daughter. I thought we had made it all the way. I guess we made it through the important stuff last episode, but maybe not. I don't know.
Things should calm down a bit by then. Hope everything works out with your story.
Do you remember your mother ever mentioning somebody named Warren?
That was a weird sound.
Charlie?
Nick went right to work setting up another interview with Charlie, and I went back to work trying to figure out Strand. I feel like there's something about chasing paranormal phenomena from a skeptic or agnostic perspective that leaves you wanting more. It's a bit unsatisfying. One moment you think you're onto something real, something that could break open whatever barriers of doubt you hold in your mind. And then there's Richard Strand to knock it all down. Strand is an avowed evangelical non-believer, and yet there's a part of me that gets the sense that a small part of him might actually want to believe.
I think all skeptics are like that, to be honest with you. You want to believe, but your brain is rational. Therefore, until something can rationally push that part of your brain into believing, you don't.
Why chase things he's absolutely certain don't exist? Or am I just projecting my own desire to believe onto the blank canvas of faith that is Dr. Strand?
Could be. Could be. I might be doing the same thing.
I don't understand.
You don't find it the least bit unsettling that nobody has any idea who abducted Sebastian Torres? Or what happened to him while he was stuck out there in the middle of nowhere?
Of course I'm unsettled by it, but it's out of our hands.
I think everybody gets unsettled by disappearing kids like that.
The FBI is involved at this point, and solving child abductions is not exactly our area of expertise. There's nothing we can do.
That's it? Hello?
Yeah, kind of interesting.
You're starting to believe there's something supernatural about Sebastian's disappearance, aren't you?
And you're not the least bit open to the possibility.
I'm open to any possibility, as long as it's within the realm of the possible.
There we go. And that boils back to how little we actually know about the workings of the universe. Life, the universe, and everything, you know.
That sounded rehearsed.
Sounds to me like you're on the verge of allowing yourself to believe that the Torres family has been stalked for several decades by some shadowy figure for the sole purpose of using their son in some secret satanic ritual in the woods.
You don't know. In the Black Tapes universe, it's possible.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, but there has to be, just my opinion, there has to be a middle ground between total belief and no belief at all. So, I don't know. There might be a rational explanation someday.
Maybe he was right. Maybe this stuff was starting to get to me. Yesterday I received a text from Strand, which I'm only starting to get used to. He seems like the kind of person who would rather send a message in a bottle than a text.
Yeah, I can understand that, depending on one's age and comfort with, you know, texting and cell phones and internet and all that good silly stuff. How much trust and how little trust, or where in the gray area between using all the time and not using at all.
But you'll appreciate that this is exactly the kind of message Strand would send. His text quoted Bertrand Russell's version of Occam's razor. Whenever possible, substitute constructions out of known entities for inferences to unknown entities. So, is there a logical...
Basically, all things equal, the simplest answer is the correct answer.
Scientific explanation for everything? Are we ever going to actually solve one of these black tape cases?
Maybe. Don't know. It depends what happens as we move through this season. There's 12 episodes this season, and we're on 8. So, in the way the Public Radio Alliance and Minnow Beats Whale people do things, it's the 12th episode's gonna just blow up.
Which, of course, leads us to our next black tape case. Which, funnily enough, actually is a black VHS tape.
You gotta love that.
That looks like a real VCR.
It's the latest model.
Wow, remote control and everything.
Hey, you know, I know in the early 90s a cordless remote control VCR was like the shit.
Fancy.
Okay, I really hope this isn't another exorcism.
No. Are you familiar with the Ouija board?
Perfect. How come it's never the friendly ghost of Grandma at the top of the stairs?
You've got to love it. You've got to, you know, her wit and her cynicism.
You do know there's no such thing as ghosts, right?
Is this video going to be a bunch of college kids at a cabin?
Not quite.
Maybe. Well, when he says not quite, it may be like post-grad kids in a cabin or college kids in a dormitory, you know.
Are you there? Is anyone there? If anyone is there, please speak with us.
So, what's happening?
This video was shot on the campus of the University of Washington in 1993.
Okay, college kids in a university, not college kids in a cabin.
The man talking is in charge of the experiment. The people around the table are random volunteers.
They were researching Ouija boards at the university?
They were looking into a number of anomalous phenomena.
Is anyone there?
Is there anybody out there? Great song, Pink Floyd.
Yes. What is your name? Could you tell us your name? Jay?
That must be the scratching of the thing on the Ouija board. I'm not real sure if it's like deep breaths or it's like scratching of the thing on the Ouija board. It's probably just the scratching of the thing of the Ouija board.
O H N.
John.
John.
There we go.
Hello, John.
I suppose you believe they were removing it themselves?
Exactly.
But why? What's in it for the participants, especially if it's for a study? Do you think they're trying to scam the researcher?
There's something called the ideomotor effect. Basically, our voluntary muscles can move independent of thought and intention. So,
That's kind of cool, if you think about it.
if people are asked to focus on the Ouija board's planchette, their fingers are inevitably going to move it, no matter how hard they try not to, because they are so focused on the task.
That's interesting. I might have to look it up, see exactly how that works, because it sounds like a real thing. I mean...
A planchette. That's the heart-shaped thing in the middle?
Yes.
So, all those people just decided to move the planchette to spell the name John?
The next part of the experiment will make it clearer.
Cool.
They're all blindfolded.
Watch what happens now.
John, if it's okay, we'd like to speak with you. John, are you there? Yes.
That wasn't yes. That went nowhere.
John, would you mind answering some questions?
Interesting. Good place for a cliffhanger. Good place to go ahead and call this good for today. Right now, if you notice on my other videos, I don't have backdrops yet. Once I figure out exactly how I'm going to do them, how they're going to affect my lighting and the temperature, and this is the window behind the tapestry is facing west, so this room gets warm, and I need to make sure that I don't block off like the air vents and stuff. So we'll go ahead and once I get all that stuff figured out, I'm going to go ahead and you'll start seeing backdrops in the other videos that I do. I've got a couple more coming in. So until then, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?